Hello everybody and welcome to I guess just a video of myself wanting to touch on a couple of topics, being that it is almost the end of the year of 2019. There are a few things that I would like to speak about. So, before I get into any of that, let me go ahead and introduce myself. I am Adam, the Super Para, also known as the Para Prince. And I have a few topics that are a little hard for me to talk about right now, but I really need to get it off of my chest. Throughout this year, I have had quite a few ups and downs, and it's very unfortunate that I have to admit this, but over the past 10 years, since my accident, all of the friends that I had for over 20 years that I grew up with, I went to school with and stuff, unfortunately, being that I think and speak with my heart, and I try to do everything that I can to be the best person that I can, to try to help as much as I can. That has all backfired in my face over the past, 10 years, yeah. When it comes to money, I have loaned. At one time, there was a $5,000 loan. There was somebody who I spent a lot of money on in Taiwan just because I could. I just wanted to show the person that I cared. And then, out of all of that, the only time the person had ever asked for any money was to help benefit them. And I was promised that I would be the first person to be paid back. And sadly, that never happened. And then, two people who I had considered a couple of my best friends since I was around the age 12 and 13. Well, one of them has had a kind of a tough couple of years, and I can understand that. And so, me being me, I did everything I could to help this person out, and I have probably loaned that person, I would say at least maybe a couple of $1,000 over the past 10 years. And then what really got to me, and what really made me start saying no to everybody who would ask for anything, and it did not matter if it was $2, $10, or $100 or $1,000 anymore. After this person did what they did to me and will not even contact me anymore, I can see with my heart now who I can and can't count on. And I'm sorry to say this, but the ones who I've really helped and had nothing but broken promises from this year, I maybe one day I can forgive all of you for telling me all of the things that y'all did and finding a way for me to help y'all out. Because the way it was put was, if I did not help y'all, you would not even be able to work right now. Well, I know two people that were in that situation, and that's the whole reason that I wanted to help, is because I didn't want them to not be able to work anymore. And I cared quite a bit about this person. And then the other person who ended up making me come to the realization to where I cannot trust anyone was just over $100. So just to everybody who was in a position similar to mine, do not let your heart or your emotions get the best of you when it comes to trying to help please everybody else, because I have learned the hard way that when you will need help yourself, there will be a lot of excuses on why they cannot afford to pay you back, or they will give you another story about how hard things are going for them right now. And the whole time I am sitting in my wheelchair thinking, I have only one source of income, and it's not much. And I cannot stand, I cannot work, even part-time jobs. This is embarrassing, but I did not even qualify as a door greeter at Walmart just because of my limitations. And so when I called to speak to somebody, they're asking them if there was somebody I could actually speak to instead of doing the computer application. They told me that if I failed the computer application, then nobody would be willing to talk to me. And I just really felt let down, because I am still capable of many things. I just need that chance. And in my situation, those chances do not come often. They rarely ever show up. And if they do happen to show up, then most of the time, if it sounds too good to be true, then it is. And that is one of the hardest things that I have had to accept. And no matter how much I think about it, no matter how much I pray and talk to my higher power, there have just been no answers, no attempts to pay me back, and no attempts at even communicating with me anymore. So I really don't know where to go from here, except I am going to start the year 2020 off as a brand new person. I am going to start 2020 off as the Super Para, or the Para Prince, and I plan on sticking to my guns. I am not going to fall for anybody's sad stories anymore. I just can't afford it. The more I try to help, the more I get taken advantage of. And beside it just hurting, I am just done listening to the lies, the excuses, the reasons for needing the money. So when it comes to those people who have done me wrong when they have had so many chances of at least, paying me back like $20, $30 here and there, nothing. And no messages for my birthday, no messages at Christmas from these people. So that is one thing that you are going to have to learn to accept, is to let go of the people who are just using you and bringing you down. And I pray and hope that you can find some people who are there to just help lift you up and support you. I have had a very tough battle when it comes to having the right support system. The only person that supports me is my dad, and he is also my caregiver and my best friend. There is really nothing that he does not know about me. I share everything with him. He is the only person that I trust 100% and can count on to be there for me. And I am just very blessed that I still have him in my life. I just hope and pray that I can become at least a quarter of the man that he is. Because what he has shown and taught me over the past 10 years, and yes, of course, I was stubborn and didn't want to believe some of it, but in the end, he has always been correct, is just to watch out who I let into my life and who I put a lot of faith and trust into. So, yeah, this was a hard topic, but it is one that you will have to accept and you will have to deal with, because I know that I'm not the only person in this situation that has ever had somebody take advantage of. So, with that being said, I want to just try to erase all of those memories, all of the times that I thought I was doing the right thing by helping these people, and all it ended up doing was hurting me. It helped them, but it hurt me. And it's just like they honestly could care less. So that's gonna be where my mind is going to be at, is I am going to try to think like everybody else. I'm not selfish, so it's gonna be kind of hard for me, but I have realized now that after a little over 10 years, I'm going to have to put myself first from now on to make sure I am okay and that I can take care of myself and my home and help continue to try to help when it comes to my father's business, and hopefully my sisters and I can become closer this year. That is my resolution, is to become closer to my two older sisters who have slowly kind of just had more distance put between us, even though we live on opposite sides of the country. There are still times when I feel that the distance is just too much, and just talking on the phone, would help a lot of that. But I understand that they have very busy lives, and I can't complain about it at all. But that is mainly what I wanted to talk about today and get off of my chest, was just the fact that I can no longer take it. Just the mental aspect of it, the physical aspect of it, and just getting to the third week in each month and almost being completely broke, and nobody cares at all. So I am going to have to step up my game this year and continue to push forward no matter what obstacles appear to jump into my way, or obstacles that somehow land in my way and are wanting to try to hold me back. So when it comes to those, I'm just going to put my head down and push as hard as I can, because that's all we can do, right? Is keep pushing forward when we have no other choice. So with all that being said, I want to go ahead and end the video here. If anybody has some suggestions or questions they would like to ask, please feel free to do so. I have not been uploading videos every day like I was in the beginning, just because I am slowly running out of material to talk about, along with certain topics. So basically, I am waiting for my physical therapy to start and for my Botox injections on the 15th of January before I can have more interesting videos, topics to upload and share. So until then, please send me any questions, any ideas, suggestions that you may want to ask, or you may be curious about, or things that you would like to try to see me do. I am more than happy to take on any challenges or answer any questions, no matter how personal or anything. It's like I said, my personal life is basically a blank canvas that I want to show the entire world. I have no insecurities, and I am not afraid to share or show anything. So, with that being said, this is Adam, or the Super Para, also known as the Para Prince. And I just want all of you people out there to know that if you do not hear it from anybody else today or tomorrow, that this fellow right here loves each and every one of you, no matter what. I love everybody out there, no matter your age, color, religion, anything. I have nothing but love for all of you. All of you are beautiful people, and don't ever let anybody ever tell you different. You are all so beautiful, and you all have all the love I possess. So, until next time, this is the one and only Super Para, the Para Prince. So, I will see all of you beautiful people in my next video. I love you.